All right, this is take number 3, everybody. So again, welcome to the Mechanism Podcast. This is episode 5 or 6, everyone. So today we're going to jump right into the topic for the sake of time. So today we're going to talk about what does fall mean to you, how are you managing your grief in these days and time, and how are you managing your mental well-being. So, what fall means to me, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls and kittens, fall is different for me. I've never really like decorated or really partake in any of the things that a lot of people do during the fall. But this year was different. So my oldest daughter, her boyfriend, and my second oldest daughter, we went to Hobby Lobby and Michael's and purchased some things. And I really enjoy literally like going and getting fall stuff to make the house feel fallish. And I've again never been interested in decorating stuff for the certain type of seasons, but this year I did that. She encouraged me like, Mom, we should do this and decorate the house, have pumpkins over here, have tablecloths and mats and all this other stuff. I'm like, okay, cool. So we did that, and it turned out very nice. It gave the home a different a feel, a different tradition for us. So I think I want to carry that tradition. I'm thinking about doing something for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and just kind of come up with new traditions. It's different for me, but at the same time, it's something that is can be passed on over time, and I just really find it very rewarding to handle those things delicately. Like I said, I've never been big at decorating during the holidays or terms of like certain type of season like fall, spring, any type of things that the stores have. I really was never interested in, but now that my mind is open to trying new things, I'm like, you know what? Why not? Why not? So again, we're gonna decorate for the holidays. We do our little ins and outs, but it's more like me doing stuff that is beneficiary in the long run, and it's more rewarding and fulfilling to see joy and happiness in our home. Cause y'all know I've been grieving for the last 5 years, and I've been going through it. I'm not gonna sit here and pretend that I have not. So creating this is it's a good thing for myself, I should say. And plus, I work a lot now, so I don't have that much time to be on social media doing all these lives like I have been. And that's a blessing, everybody. It really is a blessing. So I don't, like I said, you don't see me very much. You may me see me once a month for the Mechanism podcast. And other than that, I'm not on here like that, like I used to. If I'm not doing services for one time, or Rails, I'm always busy now. So I don't have, like I said, I don't have the time to be on here doing live like I used to. And again, I'm so grateful and glad I have an opportunity to be working and doing other things to earn some extra income. That's what it's all about, everybody. So let's get into the nitty gritty. Grief. We're getting into that season. A lot of people I've seen have lost people that are so dear. I've seen people who lost their moms. I've seen people who have lost friends and family members and coworkers. It's hard. Month of September, the month of October, OMG. It has been a nightmare for people. Grief is a journey that many of us take. And I specifically deal with that ongoing. When you're going through this grief journey, ladies and gentlemen, you will never be the same. It doesn't matter how much work you put in. It doesn't matter how much time and effort that you put. You will never be the old version of yourself. You can just go ahead and scratch that off the do list. It's not gonna happen. You're not gonna feel the same. You're not gonna vibe the same. You're not gonna think the same, because that missing puzzle piece of yourself no longer exists. You have to get familiar of who you're becoming and what you're becoming. Things that you used to love, you don't love no more. Things you used to do, you don't enjoy it no more, because you're becoming a different person and a different version of yourself that you didn't even realize to exist. So you're forming a new identity about yourself. So I see many of you have lost loved ones again and family and all of that. You're on a roller coaster ride like many of us, and this journey is long. Some of us grieve for years. Some people don't ever get to that place. I've taught segments on grief counseling. I've done segments about grief journeys. I also do webinars in the ministry each year, everybody, to just give people hope and understanding how to cope. Coping skills are at the best of your ability. You cope with grief the best to your ability, your best knowledges. It's all right not to be all right. It's all right to be sad. It's all right to feel what you feel because you're entitled to that. So don't let people talk you out of being unhappy. See, human experience, and I love saying that word because human experience wants you to have joy happen. When your heart is weathering and you depressed and you're not on the best up to up, you can't feel what your friends and family or others want you to feel. Because your heart and your mind definitely ain't here. You're clouded. Your heart is weathering. You are over the top depressed, sad, and hurt. And that's the thing about in our community, that we don't speak on the fact of the aftermath of what people go through after the burial, after the funeral, after the repast. How are people coping when these people are really not doing good? They're not doing good at all. 9 times out of 10, when people just start to fade off into the mist, they are just surviving. They are just here. They're just a being. They just get up, go to work, pay bills, do everything they need to do, and start this process all over again. They're not in a good state of mind. You can walk, you can run, you can do everything you possibly can, but when that grief hits you, it is a slap in the face. There's nothing you can do to stop them tears. No matter how much you try to hold it in, it's going to come out. And it has to come out to cleanse you. And why did I say that? Because it happened to me plenty of times. So I know what I'm talking about. So many of you who be on this platform who watch me, like, you really are quiet. Like I said, I work a lot now, so I don't have that time to be on here to talk about a lot of stuff. But when I do have the time, I'm on here. As for myself, it's a touch and go for me. Everybody has their own opinion, viewpoint of their expectations for me and what that looks like. But I spend a lot of time really in tuning with myself, enjoying things that I love to enjoy. And a lot of times you have to figure that out and what's best for you at the end of the day. See, people can give you advice all day long, but at the end of the day, it's up to you what makes you happy. It's up to you what brings you excitement. It's up to you what put a smile on your face. See, I get here on live and give you a million things you can do, but at the end of the day, you have to pick and choose what makes you happy and what suits you at the end of the day. Like I said, the choice is up to you on what you want to do and how you want to look for your life. Your journey is your journey. Your path is your path. The walk that you take is what you're going to take. And that's just the way it is, everybody. Let's move on to the mental health, mental wellness. What are you doing for mental wellness? Myself, personally, I take time on my days off and relax, watch some TV shows, listen to some music, go out and do a little something, give me something to eat, do something that makes Trisha happy. And that's so beneficiary for you. When you take time and deal with your mental well-being, like, I'm taking time for me. Don't ever feel guilty or feel like you're not obligated. You got to end the day, you are an individual. Because you feel what you feel, you know what you know. You don't feel right in your body and your mind is off or things are off on you. Take that time for yourself. Because you have to reset and regroup and replenish things in your life that have empty spots that you want to fulfill. So when you take that time, you'll be able to say, okay, this is what I want to do. This is how I want to fix it. This is what I want to maneuver it, everybody. And that's just where you need to be. So we're going to circle back about what fall looks like. Fall looks like different from other people. Fall may be different the way I feel, you may feel. Some of y'all may not like the season fall. Some of y'all can't wait for the winter time to come. Some of y'all don't like winter. Some of y'all get waiting for spring. Some of y'all don't like spring. Some of y'all don't like summer. Some like summer. Some don't like spring. Some of y'all may not like none of the seasons. So it's just like, pick your battles, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to be on the left or the right. The choice is up to you, everybody. So just be gracious to yourself these days and be prayerful and be hopeful, because everybody's going through so much. There's so much going on that people don't even know if they're going to the left or the right. You don't know what you're going to wake up to in the morning when you open up your eyes. You just ask God to just give you patience, give you wisdom, give you understanding, and give you a level head for situations that come your way. You just never know what you're going to wake up to when you get out of your bed, ladies and gentlemen. So with that being said, everybody, I just wanted to come on here today and just grace you with my presence. I'll be back next week to speak on breast cancer and domestic violence a little bit more thorough. But I just wanted to talk to you all, everybody, just for a little bit. But give yourself grace. Don't take things so lightly and don't take things so seriously. Because life is too precious and it's too short. And I want to say this for those who have lost their mother. Give yourself grace. Grieve as long as you need to grieve. Love yourself to the capacity that if you lose people along your way as you're going through this journey, that it is okay for them to leave your life. Because guess what? They weren't for you from the beginning. You will know who's on your team when things get rocky and personal in your life. You're going to know who's going to be walking right by your side praying for you and hoping that you make it through this hurdle. You're going to know your people. I'm telling you. And they show up to you just instantly. And you begin to realize that this is my people. They are the ones that's going to stand with me to the end. And this is what I need. So, ladies and gentlemen, as I close today's Mechanism podcast, I pray that today's message was informative, but also lightful to really think deep about your thoughts and think about what you want to do moving forward in terms of what your fall looks like, how you deal with grief if you're experiencing grief, or how you dealing with your mental wellness. And take these factors as a token of love and affection today. I tend not to be too long in some of these podcasts, and sometimes I run a little long, but today it's just kind of like I'm coming from the heart. This is nothing written. This is not rehearsed. This is coming straight from the heart about what I feel and how I'm looking at it, everybody. And that's pretty much where I'm at today, everybody. So y'all see I got my hair a little ponytail. I got my locks. I done had my locks now, everybody, about a year and 3 months. Yep. It'd be a year in June, so hold on. July, August, September. Yeah, it'd be about 4 months since I'd be a year and 4 months since I had my locks in. This journey is a journey, I'm telling you like that. But at the end of the day, I'm glad I went down this way because I got tired of getting perms. I got tired of getting instant curls. I got tired of just all of that stuff. That stuff was becoming aggravating. So I figured, hey, let's just lock it up. At first, I was twisting my hair, and then I just locked it up, and it's been locked up ever since. But it is a journey to lock your hair up and keep the maintenance up of dreadlocks. I'm telling you that right now. It's not an either journey, everybody. It is not. But yeah, I got my hair in a ponytail. I'm gonna have to get it relined up and cut in the back so it come up with a nice little style. Keep me in prayer as I'm heading off to a funeral tomorrow. I lost my godmother about 2 Mondays ago, so that's been weighing heavy down on me. So you just never know what I'm going through because I don't share a lot of stuff on social media. So I'm heading to a funeral tomorrow and pay my final respects to her. And I'll speak a little bit more on it about a couple of weeks about it after I get my head and my mind wrapped around all of this. To God be the glory, everybody. To God be the glory. So with that being said, everybody, I pray you all have a wonderful and a blessed weekend. I'll see you back here next week to do the next set of segments. I believe it's episode 6. In episode 6, we'll be talking about Breast Cancer Awareness Month, domestic violence, and just a conversation to just give people hope during these trying times that we're in. All right, everybody, be blessed.